Assalamualaikum and good morning to all 3B students. Today, we will continue our lesson in Chapter 3, Consumer Mathematics, Savings and Investments, Credit and Debt. You have learned subtopic 3.1 and a little bit on credit card in 3.2 in school, but today we will go into details on problem solving involving credit card and how to calculate loan payment and installment. What is credit card? A credit card is a card issued by a bank that allows cardholders to borrow funds to pay for goods and services. Here are advantages and disadvantages of credit card. The advantages: a credit card holder can enjoy a reward, either cash or point redemption. It doesn't require us to carry a lot of cash, and it is an easy payment. And you also can buy stuff online. The disadvantages are: bank might charge you many charges such as annual fees, finance charges, interest, cash advance interest charges, and late payment charges. And you might overspending. And some stores do not accept credit payment. However, not all individuals are eligible for a credit card. There are several conditions such as your age, salary, and supporting documents to be considered. You have learned about minimum payment for the remainder of credit card in the previous lesson. The minimum payment is usually 5% of the total balance or a minimum Rm50. So at least Rm50 must be paid as your minimum payment. Okay, you have done this in class before, but let's do some revision. Okay, so look at number 1. The remainder for credit card is 500. So to calculate the minimum payment, you multiply 500 with 5%. Okay, so you press calculator, you will get Rm25. Since Rm25 is less than 50 ringgit, so we choose 50 as your minimum payment. Okay. Number 2, the remainder for credit card is 1,500. So to calculate the minimum payment, you multiply Rm 1,500 with 5%. Okay, you press calculator and you will get Rm 75 ringgit. So your minimum payment is Rm 75 ringgit. Okay, there are two types of charges issued by a bank. The first one is finance charge, or we call annual interest rate. Okay, it is charged when there is still a balance of latest amount upon expiry of the interest-free period. Usually, the finance charge is between 15 to 18% per year. The second one is late payment charge. Okay, this one is charged when you don't make payment within interest-free period. Okay, that's the term. Normally, bank will give 15 to 20 days periods with interest-free for the cardholder to make payment. If you fail to do so, then late payment will be charged to you, and the charge is 1% or minimum Rm10. Okay, you have done this exercise in school, but it's okay. We do a little bit revision because after this, you're going to do problem solving exercise on credit card. Okay, so look at the example. Okay, look at the example here. So the outstanding balance is 5,000. Okay, so no payment made, okay, with the interest-free period. So here is the interest charge, okay. So the formula is 5,000 you times with the finance charge 18%. Okay, so 5,000 the balance times with 18 per 100 and times with 15 over 365. 15 here means 15 days periods with interest free. Okay, it is included in the formula. Okay, so after you times, we will get our M36.99. So this is the interest charge. Okay, the late payment charge is 1%. Okay, there is a late payment charge because no payment made. Okay, within interest-free period. So there is a late payment 1%. So 5,000 times 1% equals to 50 ringgit. Alright, so this is the late payment charge. Okay, look at number 1. The outstanding balance is 400. And then he pay minimum payment Rm50. Okay, so what is the interest charge? Okay, the interest charge, you must minus 50 from the 400 to get the latest balance. Okay, and then times with the finance charge 18%, times with 15 over 365. Okay, this is the formula. So you will get the interest charge RM RM2.59. Okay, no late payment charge. Okay, no late payment charge because he did make payment. Okay, RM50 minimum payment. He did make a minimum payment in the previous month. Okay, so look at number 2. Okay, number 2, the outstanding balance is 3,000. Okay, and then no payment done within the interest-free period. So the interest charge would be 3,000 times 18%, the final charge, times with 15 over 365. Okay, so the answer is 22 ringgit, 0.19. Okay. And then there is 1% late payment charge, yeah. Okay, because no payment made, so there is late payment charge 1%. So 3,000 times 1% is RM 30 ringgit. Okay. Okay, remember late payment minimum at least 10 ringgit, yeah. Okay. So here is an example of a problem solving. Okay, Susan has a credit card debt of RM360. She only pays for the minimum payment this month, and the bank charged the annual interest rate for 15%. The period of Susan being charged for financial is 15 days. How much does she need to pay in the next month if she has good payment records for 12 consecutive months? So from the example, the first thing we know is Susan has already paid the minimum payment. Alright, so the latest balance is 360 minus the minimum payment. Okay, so let's see the solution. Okay, the minimum payment here is RM360 times 5%. Okay, minimum payment is 5%, remember? So you will get 18 ringgit. Okay, since 18 is less than 50, so we take 50 ringgit. Okay, because the minimum payment must be 5% or minimum 50 ringgit. Okay, and then the interest charge. Okay, so here is the latest balance. So 360 minus with the minimum payment. So the latest balance is 310. Yeah, 310. Yeah, and then times with the interest rate. Okay, the annual interest rate 15%. So times with 15% and multiply with another finance charge 15 over 365. Okay, this 15 over 365 will come together with annual interest rate. Okay, in the formula. It is included in the formula. Yeah? And the keyword is the number of days mentioned. Okay, in the questions. So if it is said 15 days, you multiply with 15 over 365. If it mentioned 20 days, so you multiply with 20 over 365. Okay. So after you press calculator, you will get RM 1 ringgit 91 cent as the interest charge. Okay. So the payment for the next month is the latest balance is now 360 minus 50, which is 310, and then you plus with the interest charge. Okay, RM 1.91 cents. So total is RM 311.91 cents. Okay, let's do problem solving number 1. Okay, page 21, not 2, yeah, page 21 in your workbook. Okay, in your workbook, the model pentaksial simulasi. Okay, page 21, yeah. Right. So I read for you. Jenny has a credit card debt of RM 700. She did not pay for any payment in the period without charge due to her finance problem. Okay, so dear, she didn't pay. Okay, for any payment, yeah, before. So the period of Jenny being charged for financial is 20 days. Okay, the keyword is 20 days here. The bank charged the annual interest rate for 18%. So the keyword here, annual interest rate 18%. How much does she need to pay in the next month if she is a beginner of credit card user? So the first thing is you must find the late payment charge. Okay, late payment charge. Okay, why late payment charge? Because she didn't pay for any payment, okay, in the period without a charge. So the late payment charge is you take the outstanding balance times with the 1%. Okay, right. So you will get you will get RM7. Okay, 7 is less than 10 ringgit. Remember, this is late payment. Late payment minimum must be 10 ringgit. So you take 10 ringgit. Okay, because the 7 is less than 10, so you choose 10. That one is the first one. So the second one is the interest charge. Okay, the interest charge. My God, my writing. Okay, so the interest charge, remember, you take the outstanding balance, 700, and then you times with the annual interest rate, 18%. Okay, and then you times with the keyword days. Remember, I told you in the previous slide, days, how many days? 20 days. So 20 days is 365. Okay. And then you press your calculator, you will get RM. Sorry, you will get RM 6 ringgit 90 cent. Okay, so the payment for the next month. Okay, so this is the payment for the next month. She has to pay for the next month. Okay, is so you plus all. Okay, so RM 700, you plus RM 10, and then you plus with RM 6 ringgit 90 cents. So the answer is RM 716.90 cents. So this is the amount that she has to pay for the next month. Okay, for number 2 and number 3, page 22. Okay, you try to do yourself on number 2 and number 3, and then you can check with the answer at the back. Okay. Okay, let's see another example. Okay, this is solving problem. Okay, actually this is number 4. Okay, from page 23. Okay, all right. So let me read for you. Mr. Lee bought a shirt costed Singapore dollar 165 in Singapore. Okay, this is the price. He paid the shirt by using credit card. Given that the currency exchange rate is Singapore dollar 1 equals to RM 3 ringgit 0.1 cent, and the interest rate of that credit card is 3.5%. Find the total payment due by Encik Lee in ringgit Malaysia. Okay, first you must find the total interest. Okay, it is given the total interest. It's given that the interest rate is 3.5%, right? Okay, so you convert the Singapore dollar. Okay, you convert the Singapore dollar 165 to Malaysian ringgit first. Okay, Malaysian ringgit is $1 equals to 3.101, right? So you times with the rate first, and then you times with 3.5%. Okay, so you will get the total interest as 17.38 cent. Okay, then only you can count the total payment. Okay, so the total payment, okay, you take the price in Singapore dollar 165, and then you exchange. No, exchange, you convert to Malaysian dollar. Okay, Malaysian ringgit, sorry. Malaysian ringgit, and then you plus, okay, this one you times, okay, because you want to convert, right, from Singapore dollar to Malaysian ringgit, and then you plus with the interest. Okay, the interest is 17.38 cent. So altogether you will get RM 514.03. So that's how you convert, okay, the price from abroad to local. Okay. Okay, so here is a loan repayment. Sorry, okay, it's a repayment and installment. Okay, total repayment means bayaran balik. So loan repayment and installment. Look at the example here. The question is calculate the following total repayment and monthly installment. Okay, alright. I use laser. Okay. Right, calculate the following total repayment and monthly installments. So look at the example. So the total loan is 20,000, meaning you borrow 20,000 from the bank. So it means a loan. So 20,000, and the bank charge you interest rate per year 3.5%, and the loan period is 5 years, meaning you must pay within this year. Okay, this period 5 years. So the total repayment is, you take the total loan 20,000, and then you plus with bracket. Okay, this is another calculation. You take the loan payment 20,000, and then times with the rate 3.5%. 3.5% is 0.035. Yeah, and then times with the loan period 5 years, times with 5. So total repayment is 23,500. Okay, after you times with the interest rate and the loan period, okay, from 20,000 you must pay 23,500 within 5 years. Okay, so what about the amount monthly? Okay, so here is the monthly installment, 23,500. 500 you divide by how many months in that 5 years? Okay, 1 year, 12 months. So 5 years, 5 times 12. So after you divide, you will get RM 391 ringgit point 67 cent. That means this is the amount that you have to pay every month. Okay, every month within 5 years. Okay, so let's look at number 1. Okay, let's do number 1. Okay, so he borrows a 100,000 okay RM from the bank. So the interest rate is 5% and the loan period is 8 years. So to count the total repayment, okay, you write here 100,000 and then you plus with, okay, this is another calculation, 100,000 times with the rate. Rate is 5%, right? So meaning 0.05 and then times with the period, the loan period, the year 8, right? So answer is RM 140,000. Okay, so this is the total repayment. You borrow 100,000, you must pay back 140,000 within 8 years. Okay, so what about the monthly installment? How to calculate? So you take the total repayment 140,000, you divide by how many months in that 8 years. So how many months in the 8 years? One year equals to 12 months, so 8 years equals to what? Okay, just times. Okay, 96 months lah. Alright, so the answer is RM 1458.33. That means you must pay 1,458.33 cents. So this is the amount that you pay monthly. Okay, monthly. Okay, within this 8 years. Alright. So number two and number 3 you do on your own. Okay, you do on your own. Okay, here is the example on problem solving. Okay, so let me read for you. Here, Puan Tan borrowed 155,000 from a bank for 6 years with interest rate 8% per year. Calculate the total repayment and monthly installment. Okay, the method is the same, like the previous slide. So the total repayment is you put here 155,000, okay, plus with the total loan, okay, 155,000 times the rate, okay, 0.08. The rate is here 8%, and then times with the loan period 6 years. So times with 6. So the total repayment is 229,400. Okay, so this is the total repayment. What about the monthly? The monthly installment. Okay, so you take the total repayment, 229,400, divide by how many months in that 6 years. So divide by 6 times 12. So your answer is 3,186.11 cents. That means you must pay this amount monthly, okay, until 6 years. Okay, that's how you calculate. Okay, so let's see. Number 1, okay, exercise number 1, page 24, okay, problem solving. Okay, uh, Amira made a loan of RMY from a bank with interest rate 5% per year, per annum, okay. So she made a loan RMY, okay, so you don't know the amount, we don't know the exact amount, but the interest rate is 5%. The repayment period is 4 years, okay, mentioned here 4 years, okay, the period of repayment is 4 years. If the interest on the loan is 400, find the Amira's total loan, okay. So the first one is find the Amira's total loan, and then find the second one, you find the monthly installment of Amira. Okay, so the keyword here is they give you the interest on the loan, okay, 400. Okay, they give you interest already. So you must use the formula of simple interest. Remember or not? Uh, Interest is used as the formula. So I equals to PRT. Remember, I is for the interest. Okay, I is for the interest, P is for the principal, the amount of money. So here P is Y lah, Y is Y, okay. R is the rate and T is the time, okay. So you substitute, the interest is 400, it's mentioned in the question. Okay, the P is the Y, you don't know. R is the rate, 5%, which is 0.05, and then the times is 4, given here 4, okay. So you find the Y, okay. Right, okay, so you move Y here, okay, 400, divide by 0.05 times 4, okay. This is the formula, right? So after you divide, you will get Y equals to RM 2000. This is simple calculation, okay, you don't have to worry. Okay, this Y, and then this is times 0.05 times 4, right? So bring that side, it becomes divide. Okay, that's why 400 divided by 0.05 times 4. So this is the total loan. Okay, she made RM 2000. So this is the first one, and then the second one is monthly payment. Okay, payment. So monthly payment, the 2000, okay, total payment, and then you must plus with the interest, okay, interest, and then divide by how many months, okay, so 4 years times 12. So after you press calculator, you'll get the answer is RM 50 per month, okay.